Welcome back to the channel. I just watched this video with the Hodge Twins, and some of the stuff that they said in there really got to me. We expect some of these social media guys, when they claim that they're two-way supporters, to support the Second Amendment and what it stands for in its plain text, shall not be infringed. Some people think that the Second Amendment should be for them because of the way that they live their lives or because of who they feel they are. I'm going to play this clip for you, and then we're going to get back to what they say about convicted felons. Let me know what you guys think.
You know, there's some conservatives, when they say Second Amendment, that means to them everybody should have a gun. George Floyd, convicted felons, they should have a weapon.
And the government should not be able to allow to regulate it.
I'm totally against that. If you're a convicted felon, you don't need to have a gun.
So in his own words, he believes that the Second Amendment should have regulation. He doesn't think that convicted felons in any form, he didn't make any exceptions. And I'm going to play some more clips where he kind of doubles down on it, and he tries to get Tim Kennedy to really agree with what he's saying, or he tries to get Tim Kennedy to take a stance. And I think this is why some people say that Tim Kennedy is a milquetoast fence sitter, because he doesn't go out and say, well, convicted felons should have guns or convicted felons shouldn't have guns. When you look at who these the Hodge Twins are, they have a really big platform, a really big social media following, yet they say stuff like this that's really harmful to felons, harmful to people who came from where I came from, or came from where a lot of us came from. Just listening to these guys speak, I would have thought that they were born rich. But it turns out that these guys have committed crimes in their past, and they're no different than me.
They would go to grocery stores and plan to steal food as a team, assigning items to each other and making sure they weren't in there longer than a few minutes.
You guys used to steal. Now, stealing to eat, I'm not gonna say that that's really horrendous or a crazy act. I mean, growing up, we were really, really poor. My mother used to have to steal bologna from the grocery stores just to feed me and my brothers and sisters. And I can respect that, you know, you guys went through that same struggle, and you guys used to commit crimes to feed yourselves, to try to make your predicament a little bit easier.
I used to go shoplifting inside of Walmart, man.
Now, that's not something that I'm going to make fun of a guy for, but I just feel like it's quite hypocritical saying that convicted felons, no matter what, no exceptions, nothing clarified, convicted felons shouldn't have guns. And not just that, you went ahead and doubled down and tried to back Tim Kennedy in the corner and try to make him answer whether or not he feels like convicted felons should or shouldn't have guns.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Do you think George Floyd should have a gun?
So
That's an extreme. No, I just think
no, I don't.
I don't think
Now, if you go continue to watch the video, Tim Kennedy does eventually answer the question, and he says that it should be left up to local governments to decide whether or not a person should or shouldn't have gun rights, but he doesn't think federal government should be involved in that. Regardless, federal government is always going to try to control the local governments. Big government is going to continue to try to control small government. First, I think this is something that needs to be changed on the federal level. And yes, the local government should have the say so whether or not convicted felon should have their rights back. The state that I'm in Ohio. I'm a convicted felon. I did 6 years in prison, and I got my gun rights back. And that's the reason I'm on this channel trying to talk to you guys. But it's really hurtful when you hear guys that you may have looked up to or you may have had a lot of respect for in the past come out and say some things like that are fundamentally different from the person you are, from your own belief systems, and from where you're trying to take the community, what you're trying to stand up and represent. The Second Amendment isn't just for some people. The Second Amendment is for all people. Hodge Twins, if you guys want to have me on and you guys want to clarify a little bit of what you meant by people like me shouldn't have guns, I'm more than welcome to sit down and have a conversation with you guys, and more than willing to debate my point of view and what I believe. And I would like to hear you clarify your point of view and talk to me about what you believe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to guard your freedom and stay away from hypocrites.
This is how he was stealing. He would have a coat on, right? He would take the hamburger meat, put it in here, just like that.